Okay, let's try something different. um, Normally I'm videoing me actually sewing, but I have my first red, white, and blue quilt on the wall. And technically you probably really should draw out a plan first, but sometimes I do things a little backwards compared to other people. But I want to make a quilting journal of the quilts that I create, because yes, I look at other people's for inspiration, and I do try to remember if like just one person inspired me, then I try to make sure to say who it was. But if it's like a bunch of different people, then I Lazarus, please get your nose out of my bag. But anyway, so it's on the wall, and I haven't started to, I'm just gonna, let's see, nah, that's purple, not dark blue. Here's dark blue. Yeah, indigo, that's definitely blue. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of give an example of how I'm going, or how, I don't know how other people do it, but this is how I'm gonna do it. This is just regular graph paper I got from, well, I got it from Amazon while I was with my family at church yesterday for Easter service. I don't think two of these were maybe $6, $5 or $6. And then I got some drafting templates. This one has circles, hexagon, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, hexagons, all different sizes, squares and triangles, and of course ruler. And then these had all circles. So I will get more of these. I'll kind of collect them, but for right now, this was enough for me. I didn't have to, and I'm not even using the shapes right now. I'm just using this as an actual ruler. But let me, just to give an example of how I'm gonna, how, that, goodness gracious. No, we don't want purple, we want indigo. How this will come together as a first a drawing or a map of what I already did. Sometimes I do things differently. Well, no, I always do things differently than everybody else, unless I have a specific set of instructions that I cannot get around doing it the way that it was instructed. Because the thing is, I could see the quilt and all of these lines and dots before I even did the cutting. And so it was easier for me. Now, the thing is, my husband did help. He helped me put this row up on the board because it was too high for me, and then he put this, yeah, the two end rows and the upper part up on the board for me because I could not reach it. My quilt wall, I started high enough. I probably could have come down 2 inches, but anyway, just so I could get this center part of the quilt up on the wall and designed before I start sewing it all together. And actually, I am holding on the white for here. See, two triangles of white, 2 triangles of white, 2, 4, 6. I need 8 more triangles of white. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, and then I can sew it all together, and then I can do the 2 borders, and then it's a full top. So I'm really excited. And then you know, I see a lot of people buy like adult coloring books and things for, you know, stress and uh, calming reasons, or some are, they're just artistic, but others are just, it slows them down and lets them process and such. And um, it is very calming. I can't tell you. Hang on just a second. Let me check. Yeah, it's this one is the blue. When's the last time you sat down and colored with colored pencils, right? And yes, these are Crayola. Crayola's color really good. I would love to have some Prismas, but it's not necessary for what I'm doing. Not right now anyway. But I'm going to put this, I will paste these into my or actually they may not even be pasted. What I may do is, as I put them together, it'll almost be like a paper quilt, is to put them in, what are those clear pocket folder, where you slide sheet protectors. I may slide them down into sheet protectors after I'm done. All right, so this one is also a blue triangle here. So basically what I did was I assigned, well, I'm a little off the lines or whatever, but my depth perception, I got something going on with my sinuses in my ears this morning. In a perfect world, I would be on nothing but lines. So anyway, every block I've assigned to 2 inches. So I'm gonna put myself a key over here that 1 block is equivalent to 2 inches. So that when I'm drawing it, I know that I need to do 2-inch blocks. And anyway, this is just that's 3, there's 6 rows, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these 3 just so that you can kind of see it. And then I'll post a photo whenever I'm fully done. Just in case, you know, you're sitting there and you're wondering, gee, what am I gonna do? Now, to represent the patterned pieces, of blue, I'm going to just use one of these pens. Now, the pattern specifically that I have is gingham. So gingham would look, well, one of the patterns anyway. One of the patterns is gingham. So I'm just representing, it's a blue hourglass here, but there's 2 of the pieces of the hourglass are patterned. So the same thing will go with the red. The red is also patterned up here. So we're gonna just represent, there's a pattern of some type of red, right? The hourglass is the same. It is something patterned. So I'm just going to do little squiggles. I can decide what the red patterns are as I do another quilt, right? It could be strawberries on white, it could be cherries, it could be, or if I choose next time to do this same, quilt that I designed, I can change this to like raspberry pink, all the blues to raspberry pink, and then these could be pink patterns. Yeah. So let's see, that's the first row. The second row is also got a red pattern here. In a perfect world, I would cut out little pieces of paper and do it, but I'm not doing that. I don't have my fingers aren't there yet in healing those nerves. But there's that. And then of course, on this row, wait a minute, this is the row 3. Please tell me I did not do row 3 wrong. Oh, I did. So hold on. Row 3 is actually, it's this one. I forgot to put my line. See, this is why you should pay attention. There's that, and then it would be this one. Okay, that's okay because I can fix it. Well, I can fix it enough. I should have had a plus sign here already so that I would remember that there were, let's see, there's that, and then there is this. All right, that way I don't mess that up again on row 4. Yes, and then this piece here, this piece here, this piece here, and then this this here. I laughed, we were with friends yesterday, and I laughed more yesterday than I have in, I can't tell you how long. And I think it changed my sinus pressure around, and my ears all clogged up, but it's draining a little bit, so that's good. Maybe the rest of the pressure will come off my head. So I think I need to go ahead, yeah, I need to go ahead and do that, even though those stay white, is to come down. That way I have the, please stop, puppy. My depth perception when we got back in the car, it was raining yesterday, so, you know, it's been really pollinated, and then it was raining and wet and stuff yesterday, which changes, you know, everything. And we were in the car, and I kept telling my husband, slow down, because my depth perception got, I don't even know how to explain it, but I guess my sinuses shifted or changed, and it did, it like really, it was hard. Okay, so this one really should be a blue pattern, so I kind of flubbed that up, but you know, it is what it is. There's no big, you know, I could take white out, but I'm not going to do that. I can clearly see that I need to do a blue pattern there. Please, what's he doing? It's like having a little kid. Are you tearing up paper? What is that paper? It better not be important. Lazarus is getting into trouble. But anyway, okay, so we have red. This is a pattern blue. I didn't mess this one up. All right. And so although my hearing is jacked up this morning, I had a wonderful Sunday, Easter Sunday, and I didn't even know I was going to get to go, but woke up at, well, let's back up. Saturday, the husband and I sat out on the porch, and we on the patio, and we listened to the birds, took the dog out, and we put some barbecue chicken in the Dutch oven, and we let it roast while we spent time together, and he filled up the bird feeders, the bird slash squirrel, because sometimes the squirrels kind of help themselves to the all-you-can-eat buffet, and run our cardinals out of there. And let's see. Okay. These two are solid blues. So basically, it's literally I didn't have any solid reds. Had I have had some solid reds, I would have done some solid red stuff, right? But I didn't have any, so I just did patterns, a patterned red, because that's what I had. And I think it's not perfect, but to me, it turned out really beautiful. Far exceeded my expectations thus far. Both of my sewing machines have went down, so I'm gonna call. I think they're closed for Easter Monday. I tried to call earlier, but hang on. What happens over here? These are the reds. Let me go ahead and take care of these. So we've got. Let's pay attention, Sarah. These are patterned blue. So that means this one is a patterned red, and I'm just using squiggles to represent, put some kind of a pattern here. Okay. Let's okay. These, oh, no, this is right, yeah. I thought, how did I get that wrong? I mean, I'm not perfect, but I thought, goodness. All right, these are all patterned, right? And then, yes, now we're gonna come across the best that I can see. I'm not really sitting at a table. I've got, this is my ironing board pulled over to my recliner. And, all right, so there's that. And then we would go down 3 more, because basically these are in 9 blocks, 2 inches a piece. All right, so I only have to go down that far to finish the quilt. Well, the inner part, the center of the quilt, right? There's that. Oh, I hear Astra the Xena cat. Hey, get out of the dustpan. That's not a toy box, son. Woo, Lazarus is already getting in trouble today. What is wrong? You're smarter than that. Stop creating a ruckus on a Monday, Easter Monday. Alrighty, so now let's make sure I've got, there's an hourglass here. All right, there are 2 white pieces in triangles there. There is this and this there, 2 white triangle pieces here, and hourglass here. And so there's that. And there is that. Okay, so this one, she's trying to tell Savannah that Savannah must have her headphones on, that she's hungry. Although she's got food in her bowl. She's a very vocal cat. There's that. There's that. There's that. And there is that. Okay, there we go. Okie dokie. Now, I wish I would have done that a little lower, but that's okay. I really didn't know what I didn't know at the time. So we've got this hourglass goes this way. And then the other 2 things are white. I will probably use pins on these going forward, on the pattern blocks, and then use the colored pencils for the solids. But my hands are already done. But I'm going to try to push through to get this done. I try to do more and more and more to strengthen up my grip. My hand gets tired. I don't know how else to say it. And I do not feel the pencil in my hand. So I kind of grip it with a grip of death. Trying to overcompensate, I guess, if you will. All right, so this one is a pattern. This hourglass. Oh, there we go. Almost done with that one. You know, I'll probably also put like some washi tape on the outside the next time so that they look really nice. And I may even redo this one, but probably not, because it gives it character. This was my first one. So I will draw out each one that I've got over there so that, well, maybe not every one of them, but the ones that I'll probably replicate with other occasions, I do know that I'm going to make my my Aunt Jenny one in pinks, but I don't think I'm going to use hourglasses. I'm going to do something different, I think. I think I'm going to do pinwheels as, you know, instead. So that way hers would be unique to her. I would like to try to add something a little unique to each person that, you know, I send one out to, but anyway, so while my machines are down, then I will take the time to go ahead and set up processes, you know, like this, and I'm gonna have like a intake form for myself, you know, who's it for, what's the occasion, what's the prayer, what's the prayer request for this person, what is the person kind of going through, or you know, whatever is shared with me. And of course it stays private. And of course, like this red, white, blue 001. Now I'll have on my prayer list who this goes to, which since it's 001, I can tell you who it is, but I'm not telling you who it is, what family it goes to. But anyway, Peace and Pieces at the moment, it's just volunteer. This gets handed off to Clint at Taylor Family Worship Ministries, and then he will put a prayer with it, and I'll write a card, an encouragement card, and then he will either hand deliver or ship it. So anyway, okay, so that quilt is on my wall. Okay, let's see, let me turn this around. Okay, so that will go in. Let's see, can you see where I put that? Aren't you glad I painted my nails? I did it just for y'all. Each one of these blocks on the grid are equal to 2 inches. That way I'm able to keep all my measurements in scale. It's the red, white, blue 001 is what I'm naming it for now. And I know who it goes to. So now I'll probably just do one a day, because like my hands, I can't do another one today. My hands, the grip gets weak, but that's okay. So that's my coloring for today. But I went ahead and recorded the quilt that I designed. Oh, I guess I could do this part. Well, no, but just imagine if there was, okay, a strip here, we're talking like maybe 4 inches. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, these, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 33, 34, 36. So I got to get it to a 60. So this right now is 36 by 36. No, I'll probably, yeah, to get it to a 60, I need to add, what, 25 inches? So I may do three different red, white, and blue type things around to build it out. However that is, it may be large rectangles, it may be just long strips, I'm not really sure yet. It may be patterned red, white, and blue, and then a white, and then a final blue, because I think the blues really need to be the border, the final border. So my plan here is a 60 by 60. So that's the plan. The size, is a 60 by 60, which is a lap quilt. Yeah, until I have an industrial machine, there's no way I can do king sizes. I've got a king size right now, but it's going to take me a while, so I've got a while before I have to quilt it. So that's the final little notes for this one. Let me lay it down at an angle. So anyway, if you're like me, you build the quilt on the quilt wall first. You design it there. And then you sit down and you draw it out to record it in your quilting journal. Now, this is not going to be my 24-hour a day, we'll say hobby. This is just a way to love other people and serve other people at my own pace, you know, how fast I can go and how fast I can acquire quilting material and the machines that I need for now. So I've done this for what, 31 minutes and 15 seconds. So that's all that this is considered my quilting time. I just quilted on paper. And since my machines are down, I'm now going to use my other 30 minutes or so, probably an hour. So I'll get an hour and a half today. But my other hour is kind of cleaning up, because I've got like 10 projects strolled everywhere. Because we're in an apartment, and so I can't hang things on the wall that are permanent, and I don't have the wall space for many more cabinets or shelving. So for now, with my limited space, I kind of have to be a little creative. So I'm going to take the clutter of the projects and at least put everything in stacks. And then this week I'm able to get another set of 3 drawers. That will help tremendously. And I've just they just slide right underneath my cutting table. And I think I'm able to get one bookshelf for all of my Bibles and books that are over in my office area, because I'm trying to get it ready, organized and ready to put in boxes to move when we need to move, because that'll eventually happen. But I also need it ready for fall semester, and so that I have a much clearer path for a bigger space for Bible study, because that's what I do in my spare time, is read my Bible and study a little here and there. But for right now, I've not had anything to eat, and I think it's almost 1 o'clock, so I have to rectify that. And what's cool is I show this to all my Bible study folks, that is I can also use my Bible study pens and markers and things and Sharpies for my quilting things. So I've got 2 of these slap full thus far. I will probably start building another one, but specifically for the quilting area, because I would change out some of this for that specifically. Like I would move to Prismacolors in that one instead of the Crayola. The Crayola is fine for my Bible, and actually preferable, but the Prisma I may do for the quilt designing. But a little bit at a time. It builds up. I mean, you just don't do it all at one time. But anyway, so there's that. And I love these because you can literally, like if I was just going to work with this amount of colored pencils, you can take this little wedge out. Can you see the wedge? Yeah, there's the wedge. See how they're wedges? I love that. And you can just work with that one area. So homeschool moms and teachers use these all the time. Probably people who draw a lot do too, but I love these. I've got 2 of them. One's gray and white, one's blue and white. And then I'll probably get another blue and white and another gray and white, because really I'm building them up for a fall Bible study group that I would love to start, but I'm still praying and asking God, is that the right time? So I'm kind of preparing for it. I'm going to buy some extra, I'm buying extra Bibles so that I would have them, some writing tablets and things, but I would have all the colored pencils, highlighters and things, and people wouldn't have to feel like they have to go and buy them. They could have what they use at home, but they would have access to just borrowing what I have here. I like to share. So anyway, I'd like to provide snack, like some fruit and maybe some breakfast croissants and things, and some coffee and tea. Maybe some, if I did it around brunch time, maybe some egg salad, tuna salad, or I don't know, turkey salad, which sounds really good. I need to thaw some turkey out so we can make a big batch of turkey salad for the week. So anyway, this was fun, and I hope it helped somebody else in the event you hadn't thought of this. I'm sure many people do this. I didn't look it up or anything, but like I said in some other videos, which I haven't started to do videos yet, just because I'm just not there yet. I'm letting God kind of build things as he sees fit. But quilting to me is literally geometry and nothing short of. I love math. I've always loved math. You build too much sinus pressure in my head and numbers can get real foggy on me, but I was so thrilled to buy graph paper. You don't understand. I love math, and I love shapes and numbers and colors and such. And this is just a perfect fit together. My family and I, Clint and Savannah and myself, Clint and Savannah rotate on a church worship team. I'm not there yet. When God says I'm there again, then I'll be obedient, but I'm not quite there. I'm a little ways from being able to do that again. But our family of 3, Clint, Savannah, and myself, have been invited to go sing at an event, a women's event. I think it's in May. So, I'll go and accompany them. I may only be able to sing 1 or 2, and possibly sitting down. We're not sure, but we're not going to draw attention to me. I'm trying to build enough strength to where I could stand and sing through 2 songs, even if it's quieter and they have to turn the microphone up. But we're going to, now that Easter has, the dates, now that Passover week has, today's Easter Monday, now we can begin rehearsing for that. And we have to go and look for some outfits. Nothing fancy, we're not fancy people, but we do need to go and get some things to wear. My daughter keeps saying, Mama, you would really look good in a long denim skirt with some of these tops you have. And it tickles me, but which is a homeschool mom, a lot of homeschool moms wear denim skirts, but this one isn't going to right now. I've retired denim skirts long before now. I may have one in the future, but I don't need one right now. But probably some spring capris and some nice tops, something that's cool, because it can get hot in places when you're singing. But I'm talking like dress capris, and some nice sandals, because although I always wear these specific tennis shoes so that I do not slip and fall, we're gonna have to find something that I can wear that's a little more fashionable and pleasing to other people's eyes instead of, the same kind of gray tennis shoes I always wear post back surgery. Not to please other people, but you want to be well put together. Haircuts are this week for Savannah and myself. We have a family outing that is like the family Easter gift. It is at the end of this week at some point, and we are so excited. Savannah doesn't know what we're doing, and it's not expensive or anything, but it is a memory building day, or memory building weekend. And Clint is on worship. Is he on rotation this weekend? He is or he isn't. But if he is, no, I don't know. It's either this weekend or next weekend he's back on rotation. Savannah asked to take off June and July, so that she's never done that, but she would like to travel for her 17th birthday. And so we're in the middle of planning something exciting for her 17th birthday. So we've asked her what she would like to do, and she is mulling it over. But I can assure you it's going to include thrift shops. The girl loves to thrift. So I don't know. She may even design a road trip of thrift shops. And since my birthday's in June as well, we probably will take a weekend and do the same thing on my birthday weekend. And well, not the whole weekend, probably just the Saturday or Friday night, and do an overnight and go quilt store hopping is what we're gonna call it. Because I have more kid quilts that I'm getting ready to do. I just need workable machines. And that's okay. God knows that, and he's gonna work it out, and he's got plans. So I'm not worried about it, but I'm gonna go in here, and I am determined to prepare dinner for my family at least 3 times this week. I'm not gonna designate the days so that I don't feel like I failed if it was a weekday. But I'm really excited about this week. So I hear my daughter feeding the kitty, which means she's going to come and visit with me now. And I can't wait to see her. She's been doing her own Savannah things this morning. And I can't wait to show her this right here. So I hope everybody has a blessed Easter Monday. And journaling is good. Journal everything you do. Journal your quilting, journal your Bible study, journal, just daily journal, journal your family road trips, whatever. Just journal. Be grateful for every moment and every experience, no matter how great or small or hard or easy they are. But anyway, see ya.